What's up guys, welcome back to another drawing tutorial. The Uchiha brothers, Sasuke and Itachi. So, let's start with Itachi. Landscape page, pencil eraser, hit pause if I go too fast. We're going to start with this big Mangekyo Sharingan eye. Go. So we'll go with a curving eyelid line first, right? There. And then we'll bring it sort of down this way. And then we go underneath. Right? So in Naruto, we've got usually a spike at the back here. And Itachi has like dark eyelash sort of lines on top, and then it joins in here. And sometimes they will kick off an extra sort of line or two down there. And this is black. He also, I think, has like two in the corner, usually. In there. So he's looking down at Sasuke, who's like down here somewhere. So we're going to go for the big Mangekyo circular iris red. So you want it to curve like that, right? Touching the bottom eyelid line, up and down. And his Mangekyo is this spiky thing. So say like you've got a red circle. Right, so that's like red in there. It's left red, and then it's all black around. But you've got like these spikes. Right, like this. I think it changes. I've seen it different. So it's like a triple sort of thing. And it's just black in there. Okay. And then a red dot in the middle. More or less, right? You can do it thinner. And I'll make that his pupil a bit bigger in the middle. My black ink kind of ran on me. Okay. So that's what we're kind of dealing with for his Mangekyo. And then his eyebrow usually ticks up underneath the headband there, and it's kind of thicker at the front and skinnier at the back. He's a bit of a frown line, and then an eyelid just curving across there. There's like stress lines kind of around his eye and stuff. Itachi has those characteristic sort of face lines, right? I'm going that way. So his headband just cuts across his eyebrow here, just get it in the right place, so we know what we're dealing with. We can't see his other eye, right, because his hair covers it, but we can see a bit of his nose, right? So we go out here. Around like that. And then there's a nostril. And then his mouth, so he's like gritting his teeth, right? So we got like mouth line coming down there. Looks like his mouth is closed when it's like this, but it's actually open, so we'll add a bottom lip line that way, and then the teeth on the side just there, and we'll add maybe like just a loose sort of teeth dot sort of that way. And then maybe a line for bottom lip as well, just there. And then, so his chin is just here, but he has like ripped and torn collar all along, covering this side of his face. And then hair covering most of this. But we can see a bit of his chin going up. And then kind of curves in for the chin and then out for his cheekbone. So normally this would continue up to his eye, but his hair spikes covers. Okay. So, speaking of which, so we got like the top of the headband here. And then he's got this kind of letter M shape for his fringe. And then his hair spikes come out from that. Right, so I think Sasuke has it as well. Right, there's like a hair spike coming across his nose. You can go a bit across the nose here. And then another one. That way. And we can see like a little bit of his eye in here. So kind of the bottom eyelid line. And then we got like two eyelash spikes, and then it goes up that way. Maybe like eyelid just under there or something. And then a bit of his red Sharingan iris just in there as well. So there should be a spike somewhere here, if it's Mangekyo, which it is. Then there's like an eyelid line, and then a cheek, that cheek line on the other side, just there. And his face is all scratched up and stuff, so there's lots of dirt and scratches and stuff on it. Okay, so we got another hair spike coming down this way, I think. Disappears underneath his collar, and the headband keeps going there after smudging his eye. Oops. Clean this. Okay. Right, and then the metal headband, so like the metal plate. Just in here. That's got a bit of an edge line to it. There's metal studs, circles that keep it together. And then of course he's kicked out of the village, so scratch along it. And then we'll do the leaf village underneath. So we got this spiral line. Not all of it visible. I think another, what's that? So there should be another, because if we're going for the three-dimensional shape like so. Sort of like that. I'm sure there's people out there who can do a better job. And some hair texture lines just in here. So then the rest of his hair, so it kind of disappears in behind this torn collar, right? So we've got like ripped and torn collar. And you can do this any way you want, like, but it's generally just spiky kind of. And this will disappear down that way a little bit. collar on the other side goes behind his hair spikes. And there's 2 of them here. 2 at first, anyway. Then a third. And this joins the top of his head. Bumping that way. Then another line for hair that way. And this continues behind his hand or something down there. Right, and then more hair going this way. Spiking up here. And it looks like back that way somewhere. And then another one down towards his finger here. So say disappears behind his finger. You could bring that to a spike, but it goes behind his hand, so you'll just have to erase it anyway. And then his ear is just in here. Just see a little bit of it. Some ear lines. And then the back of his head, because he's got tied hair at the back. Just there. So Sasuke is here, big hand. There's a collar here. So that red. Akatsuki collar on his shoulder. And then the inside, sort of here, like a fold line on it there. Can't really see his neck. Is that hair? I'm not sure. I think there's just like, can't see his neck really. It's just collar. Maybe some more hair. There's another line there. Okay. That is Itachi's face. So now we do Sasuke and then try and get this big hand in. So Sasuke, his face is real small, like in here. So he's like looking down at him. Right, so down in there. He's kind of screaming and his face is real small. So I'll zoom in. We're going to do closed eyes, right? And he's screaming. So we go up and across these closed little eyelids. And eyelashes. And then he's frowning real heavy. So eyebrows there. And then eyelid lines and stuff around that. Just some extra little details on the face. Right, nostrils, 2 little spikes that way, and then like some wrinkles on his nose there, and then a big wide open mouth, like a box, like a sort of Dragon Ball scream. I'll never understand why Itachi drove him so crazy. Instead of being like, look, here's the deal. Made for a good story though, I must say. I guess that's why. Right, tongue and teeth. So we can see some teeth down the bottom here. Tongue and then teeth on top. And just the back of his throat. You could have just explained it to him. You know, just be like, don't trust Danzo. Am I spoiling things? Maybe I am. Bottom lip line. There. And then square chin. Here. And then his jaw. Up the side. And then just up the side of his face. And then there's like a sideburn here. Something similar that way. I think that's a hair spike though. So then his fringe, this sort of letter M sort of thing that they do. Right, so like that, right? Letter M, and then the hair spikes all come out from there. That's his forehead then. And then long Uchiha hair spikes here. And then his ears kind of hidden then inside here. Ear lines then inside. And then his hair. Bumping out. Did I miss a spike? Maybe. All the way down around behind his neck. And he's all beat up as well, so like lots of texture on his face, scratches and stuff. And then his neck. Here. A few more spikes here, actually, little ones. Right, and then just Adam's apple and then neck muscles stretched out, long neck. His trapezius neck muscles going back that way. And then I think it's Hebi. Is it the Hebi costume that he wears? I think that's what it's called, the official name anyway. It's got these sort of loose, baggy sort of shoulder pads or something on. You can just see his collarbones and chest muscles there. I think we got like his scar still visible. And then we can see just his shoulder on this side, because he's kind of clenching his fist down here, which we cannot see. But we can see a little bit of the shoulder here. That kind of a thing. Just tidy it up now. Maybe the start of his shoulder there. Right, that's Sasuke. So now hand, you could leave it there if you wanted, you know, that'd be a decent enough image. Both the boys, the brothers Uchiha, right? But we're going to do as close to the image as we can. Hard hand position, right? Doing this kind of thing. So his index finger's just up here somewhere. Now, knuckles and fingers, right? So 3 segments, 1, 2, 3, 2 knuckles along the finger and 1 where it joins the hand. So that's good to keep in mind. Just stare at your hand for a minute, figure it out. So top finger, index finger, curves around a knuckle and then around the top, right? And then you have a fingernail in here. Done that way. That goes down there. Right. 3 more fingers and a thumb somewhere in here. So the thumb kind of goes behind his head a bit. And then the palm of his hand just like curves this way, right? So you got this sort of W bumping shape. And all the other fingers come around here. So we'll go again. Let's see. Cross. Around like so. A skin line. Goes down there. And then a fingernail. Another skin fold. He's got a ring on this finger. Right, start there on the knuckle. And then the finger just kind of comes out this way. This is the ring finger, hence the ring. Right, and then there's a fingernail on this. And another sort of palm of the hand line there. And finally the pinky. We did it, guys, we made it. Hands are tricky now. And I understand if you have like ripped up your page at this point. Because hands are not easy. Pinky there. 1, 2, 3 segments. See? 1, 2, 3. And then fingernail. Just there. Palm of his hand there. So that's the hand. Tricky enough. So we're going to try make it look like an arm now. Which goes down to an elbow and back up to his shoulder, right? So, and it's all, everything's like ripped and torn, and there's like dirt and scratches and everything everywhere. Right, so his sleeve is even torn, so it goes like real jaggedy, and you could do this anyway. You don't have to, it doesn't have to like copy mine. It doesn't have to be exactly like mine. I'm just doing like a quick, staggered, sort of ripped line like that, right? Just coming around. Pretty easy. That part is anyway. And like every now and then, like a fold or something in there, you know, will just help it look like fabric. And then, so the back of his arm, it's very loose sleeve, like blows in the wind and everything. Comes down to his elbow. There, so you want your elbow to be pointy. Like your mind sort of fills in the gaps, right? Like when you have a hand here and then a tube and then a point at the end, you're just, your mind just, that's an arm. That has to be an arm. What else could it be? Right? It's an illusion. So then his armpit is kind of here, goes in behind Sasuke, and then like shoulder sort of area in there, but it's all just black and not very visible, like that. Shoulder there, and then like, you know, you could do like dust and stuff in the background. But I think that's everything. Sasuke and Itachi, brothers Uchiha. Very cool story. Very well developed relationship, I must say. Even though it's kind of abusive. Anyway, thanks for watching. See you in the next one. Bye.